All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to talk about something really cool, a way to grow your wealth that most people just don't think about. We're going way beyond the usual stuff, like stocks and real estate, to look at an investment that's tied to the culture we love, the music, the books, the art. Let's get into it.
I mean, think about that for a second. What if the soundtrack to your commute, that book you couldn't put down, or that show everyone's binging, what if it actually put money in your pocket? Well, that's not a fantasy. That's exactly the world we're going to break down right here.
So first things first, what in the world is royalty investing? You might be thinking this is something just for, big shot music execs or famous artists, but you're going to see it's actually way more accessible than you'd ever guess.
So it really all boils down to one simple idea: royalties. Just think of it as a little payment, a little kickback that goes to the creator every single time their work gets used. This little concept, it's literally the engine that makes the whole creative world go round.
And the thing is, these little streams of money are flowing all around us, like all the time, and we barely even notice. Every time a new copy of a bestseller gets printed, a song gets a spin on the radio, that iconic image gets slapped on a t-shirt, or a TV show gets used in a car ad, boom, a payment is made. It's happening 24/7, creating this constant flow of cash.
And here's the best part. This isn't about you being an artist. This is about being smart with your money. You don't need to be the next Taylor Swift or Stephen King. You just get to invest in their success.
Okay, so you get the idea. But how does this actually work in the real world? Like, how do you go from being a fan humming a tune to an actual investor earning from it? Well, the process is way more straightforward than you think.
Basically, technology has blown the doors wide open on this. It really just comes down to 3 simple steps. First up, you find one of these online platforms that's basically a marketplace for royalties. Then you get to browse through all sorts of stuff, music, books, you name it, and see how they've earned money in the past. And finally, if you like what you see, you can buy a little piece of its future earnings.
And look, you don't have to be a millionaire to play this game. That's because of something called fractional ownership. All that means is you can buy a tiny slice of a lot of different things. So instead of betting your life savings on one song becoming a massive hit, you can spread your money out and build your own little portfolio of royalties.
All right, but let's be real. No investment is perfect, right? Nothing is a guaranteed win. So to give you the whole picture, we've got to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly, the pros and the cons. On the one hand, you've got this awesome potential for a steady, passive income stream that doesn't care what the stock market is doing that day. But, and this is a big but, you're betting on culture, and culture can change on a dime. A song that's a viral sensation on TikTok today might be totally forgotten 6 months from now, and that royalty check would dry up right along with it. That's a unique kind of risk you've got to be okay with.
But let's double-click on one of those pros for a second, because this one is a huge deal. The idea that royalties can be a hedge. What that really means is that what makes a song popular has almost nothing to do with what makes the stock market go up or down.
So, picture this. The economy takes a nosedive. The stock market is bleeding red, maybe it's down 15%. It's panic time for a lot of investors. But what are people doing? They're still streaming their favorite artists, maybe even more than before. The consumption of creative stuff can stay steady or even go up and keep generating that income.
And the logic here is super simple. Think about it. When things get stressful, what do? We crank up our favorite songs, we binge watch a comfort show, we escape into a good book. Our need for art and entertainment doesn't just disappear when the economy gets rocky. And that's what can make these royalty streams so surprisingly tough.
When you really get down to it, this whole thing, it's more than just a new line item in your portfolio. It's really about adopting a totally different way of thinking about how to build wealth.
It's a move away from just buying stock in some faceless corporation. Here, you're literally investing in culture itself. You're getting a piece of the art that actually inspires people, that moves them. And at the same time, you're diversifying your finances in a way that, frankly, most people have never even considered. It's like a financial goldmine hiding in plain sight.
And that brings us to this quote, which just hits the nail on the head. Building real wealth isn't always about working more hours or grinding yourself into the ground. A lot of the time, it's just about seeing the world differently, finding those opportunities that everyone else is missing.
So I want to leave you with a question to chew on. Just take a look at your own life. Your Spotify playlists, the books on your nightstand, the shows you can't stop talking about. What's the art that you truly believe in? The answer might be your next big investment. Thanks for tuning in.